Hello folks, welcome back. Points of Aim, the Cheeky Scouser is here. We have got lots of slugs to test, and this is all about kind of PCP sub 12 shoot slugs. I'll give you my opinion later on, obviously, because we're going to shoot them, look at the grouping and that, but they're all for sub 12 air rifles. I've got my Vulcan 2 adjustable hammer. I will explain what that's for. Chronograph on the end. I say it's all about sub 12. So I'll set up my tripod, set up my targets, and we'll get cracking. 6 lots of slugs to test. Right, so here we go, just setting the camera up. Sending the targets down to 25 yards for the slug test. Say Vulcan 2 in 2.2. All sample packs from iHunter. Says sub 12. So let's see how we get on. Let's get this camera done first. Let's zoom in. That'll do. Right, be back in a second. Right, there was one thing I forgot. I was going to show you the chronograph reading, so after setting the camera up, I've got to move it. Right, find me chronograph. There you go. Bit of a tilt on that of the cam. Right, so that's in meters per second. This is a JSB. The JSB 1589s, if that'll focus in. So, let's see. Can you still see it? Yeah. 167.2 meters per second. 168.1. 167.5. 167.8. 169.5. 167.5. 171.2, 168.1, 168.1, starting to settle down now. I think the average must be about 167, 169.6, 168.0, 169.2. Got me calculator on my phone. I'll do it at 168. So 168 times 3.3. Okay. 554.4 feet per second. So multiply that. 554.4. multiplied by the weight, 15.89, divided by 450/240. So 10.8 foot-pound. It's a tiny bit low. I could go a fraction higher, but I don't know, round it up to 11. I'll shoot one of the slugs through just to show you how fast or slow they are. So same setting on the hammer, by the way. I have picked up a Zan slug, 20 grain. Okay, I should use my little camera really, I can swivel me little. So I'll shoot one of these through, see how we go on. Single shot tray. 137.8. Tell you what, I'll put one more through. $140. Let's just pick the 140 out for now. 140 times 3.3, 462. So 462 times 462 times 20 grain divided by 452.40. Right, this is, can you see that? 9.4 foot-pounds. So that's why I need to adjust my hammer. They're going to drop like rocks. So I'll adjust it and then I'll redo the foot per seconds in a minute, and let's see what the reading is. To give the slugs a chance, sub 12. Right, so what I did forget to do, I've brought the camera back here. I've loaded my magazine up. JSB 1589s, just to show the guns shooting under 12 foot-pounds. So magazine's in. Here we go. 172.9 meters per second. 174.8, 172.1, 172.7, 172.4. That's it, only put a couple of shots in. So if I do 172.6 meters per second on my phone, multiply 3.3, 569.5 foot per second. And that's coming out 11.44 foot-pounds. Do it yourself on your phone if you want, or thereabouts. So my gun's shooting at sub 12. I'm going to put a Zan slug in it now and see what happens. I have got to do me hammer spring half a turn in, but just to show you what it's shooting at the same setting as the JSB. Let's see what happens. I'll do a dry fire shot first. So, magazine out. Let's adjust the hammer spring. Put the magazine in. Another dry shot. Right, so here we go. 20 grain slug. 157.3. And 155. So I'll do 154.5 just for argument's sake. So the 20 grain slugs, 513 foot per second. Multiply that again times the 20 grain divided by the 452.40. Right, that's 11. That's actually coming out 11.6. It wasn't like that before. Oh yeah, I've done the half a turn on the hammer spring, of course. I should have left it as it was. If I don't turn the hammer spring in for extra power, it actually comes out about 8.5 foot-pounds. So I'll shoot the slugs as they are. They're coming out 11.69 foot-pounds. I've set the targets up down range. Let's put my camera back. I will turn it off while I'm moving it. Right, I've done a quick zero, a couple of clicks on the scope. So the slugs are shooting out at 11.69 foot-pounds. I'm only going to do 4 shots. So top left-hand corner, let's see what I'm shooting. So Zan slugs in 2.2, 5.51 head size. That's if you've got a head, there's a slug, aren't they? 20 grain. So I've got 2 shots in the mag, and then I'll load another 2 up. So let's see how we go anyway. 25 yards, top left corner. throw another 2 in. I will aim at the top hole of the 2. Bit of a mixed group. Tell you what, why not do 6 shots, eh? Bit of group in there now, to be fair. If I had more, there's only, how many's in the tin? It doesn't say how many's in the sample tin. It does on some of them, but not this one. I think there was only about 15 in the tin, I could be wrong. Some of them do say 30 pieces, some say 20 pieces. Yeah, this one, oh, pack of 25. I don't recall shooting that many. I don't think there was that many in it. I could be wrong anyway. Don't want to blame anyone. But they are grouping. Bit more, what do you call it? Led down a barrel of slugs might have been all right, but nevertheless. Next up are the Zan slugs again, but these are the 5.53, and these are also 20 grain. Tell you what, there's no need for me to turn the camera off. I'll just carry on as I am. Going to be interesting, this. The metal looks, the shape of the slug and everything looks different, so I'm not even going to use I'm not going to use the 0 target on the left. I'm just going to shoot straight from the off. And I can already feel a bit of resistance, the difference when I'm pushing the probe in. So, middle target now. No idea where that went. Well, they're tight. Oh, I can see the hole, bottom right. Right, so I'll redo this. Needs re-zeroing, I'm afraid. I want to spoil it. Right, so what I've ended up doing is I've put about 8 clicks on the scope, and they should be the same weight as the others, but they are tight. I'm not going to adjust the hammer. I'm not going to re-chronograph it. But on the test, on the test target, just different head size, different pattern altogether. So anyway, I'm still going to shoot top middle target. So the Zan slugs again. Let's see what happens. So these slugs are they're the 20 grain, but the 5.53, and they do feel a bit tight, to be fair with you. Well, let's see. First shot. Let's see how we get on. Well, not really the first. 2 have missed the target, but these should be near enough. So there you go, way off to the right. Not far from the centre. I'll do another 2. Do another 2 when I find it. There we go. Not far from the middle, just a bit to the right. just to the right. I will do 6, same as the others. Handy magazine this. Single, well, you can't call it a single loader, it's you can put 2 on it. Last shot, shot number 6. Right, there you go. Not too bad really, I thought it would have been worse than that because the others were a bit low, but I have had to do a couple of clicks. So let's set the other slugs up now. So next up at the top right, we've got the Apollo APOLO 20.9 grain. These are actually staying on the target. I haven't adjusted the scope at all. So these are 5.50 in size. So 6 shot group. Let's see how we go. Top right corner. So these are all sub 12. So that's missed the target. It's up by 2 o'clock. And I've just said they're staying on target. Next shot, same place in the middle. That's hit the target. So that's 2 out of 4. 4 more to go. Still aiming for the middle. Quite sure you can see that on the shoot seas. Last 2 shots. Oh, what am I on about? This is number 3. Oh, I'm losing my track. Number 4. So 2 have hit and 2 have missed. I'm still aiming for the middle of the card, the middle of the target. Well, you can see that grouping, I'm quite sure. Let's carry on now, bottom left corner. So these are the H&N slugs, going to do 6 shots again. Sorry if this is a bit boring. I did forget to put the scope back for the second lot of slugs, that's why they're high and mighty, the top right hand corner. But it's all about the grouping, whether they're outside the target or not. So we've got the H&N slugs, 21 grain. And these are coming out on, it says 5.51/217, so they're not quite a full 0.22. So bottom left now, 6 shots. That looks interesting. Don't you think? Shame about that last shot. I tell you what, good grouping there. I wasn't expecting that to be that good. Right, next up, H&N slugs again, and these H&Ns are 21 grain again, but these are 0.218. Right. I'm not going to adjust the scope. I'm just going to go straight across and shoot 6 shots off now. If I don't throw them all over the bench, that is. So let's just hope the first one is not a skew whiff. Let's see how we get on. So bottom middle. Very strange, that one. I'm just wondering if that was me. I wonder if I had my chin on the magazine. Last 2 shots out of the 6 shot group. There's a good chance I might have had my chin on that other one. It's climbing a bit, not bad grouping. Well, so I'll have to redo these with the 21.9 grain. I will do the practice target first. It's a good job I've done the practice target. So these are the Legion V1 or Legion 6 Roman numerals. They're in 2.2 obviously, 5.5 coming out at 21.9 grain. They were shooting miles to the right on the practice target, so I've had to move the scope over. But let's see how we go anyway. Oh, by the way, everything's 25 yards if I haven't mentioned it. So bottom right, 6 shots it's going to be. I did adjust the scope for that before. Last 2 shots, we've done 4 up to now. Bit of a strange group in that. 3 together, 2 together, 1 on its own. Let's bring the card back anyway, and I'll do the old magic 5 pence as usual. Turn your little camera off, don't need that. There we go. Take my camera off the tripod. Let's move my gun over. Right. Yeah. Take the zoom off. So 5 pence, as you can see. No. It's not bad though. That's got to be 5 and a 1. Okay, don't know what happened there. You can see a couple have missed. So I say I did have to re-zero the scope. Touching, not super. Right, them 3. I forgot to put the scope back down because of the other slugs, but nevertheless the grouping's there. You can see 3 and 3. So no good at all. Like these H&Ns, that's not a million miles out. And what have we got here? Different H&Ns. These are the, what's that say on there? 218s, and they're the 217s. But 5 slugs, well, whatever that is there, that's got to be me or the slug or the first shot or whatever you want to do with it. Take the 5p off the top. So you've got a couple of groups there. Don't know what's gone on there. I think that's 1, that's 2, that's 2, that's 1. Don't know where that's from. Could even be that. I'll have to watch the replay. But I will shoot the H&N slugs 217s at 40 yards, and I'll also shoot the 218s, and I'll put the reading back up on the chronograph while I'm doing it. So let's redo the camera. Couple of fresh sticky. I'll put the sticky targets at the top actually. So I'll put the sticky targets up here, and let's get the camera sorted and see what happens at 40 yards. Right then, so what I've done, you can see the grouping for them at the top. The Apollo, the Zan and the Zan. Not too great, sub 12 at 25 yards, but the H&N at the bottom, the 217, the 218, which is actually, that's telling you it's just under the 2.2 of the size of the slug itself. Grouping not so good, but I've put the shooting C just below the original target. So I'm going to push this out to 40 yards now, and I'll do the practice one as well. I'll probably set that to 37.5. The hardest bit's going to be sorting the camera out for the chronograph. I'll probably just have to read out to you because I can't have the camera zoomed in all the way down there and pointing at the chronograph at the same time. It'll be blurry. So as a shooter, I'll read out the foot per second to see if that's changed out of the last 30 shots or so I've took. So anyway, let's get the camera sorted and the targets. Right, so here we go. A couple of clicks on the telescopic sight. I forgot the last bit of slugs had done shot to the right, so I had to click it over to the left. So let's send the robot out to 40 yards. And what I'll also do is I will read out the readings on the chronograph, just so as you know it is sub 12. It's going to be in meters per second, so you'll have to multiply it by 3.3, and that'll give you the rough speed of it, foot per second. So let's re-zero this. I have got the practice card just behind that, you'll see it shortly. See it on the left. So the bottom 2 green targets are the H&N slugs. I think they're called HPs. The one on the left is the 217, and the one on the right is going to be the 218. Camera's about there. Right, let's see how we go. Turn my little camera on. There's my rifle. Lower it down a touch. Bring that over. Bit more zoom. There you go. So 217s on the left, 218s on the right. So bottom left corner, 6 shots, again at 40 yards. The H&N slugs, 5.51 or 217s, 21 grain. And I will read out the chronograph reading in meters per second. So Shot number 1, I hope this is on target. I'll find it. Just at the bottom, 147.9. That's meters per second. Our main with the middle. 150.5. $149.9. Good group in that. 151.9. 2 more shots. So these are slugs. Your ordinary Vulcan 2. No barrel change or slug liner or anything like that. $152.9 last shot, say 40 yards. Not bad, 152.6. You should find these around the 11 foot-pound mark, I think. Because they're the, let's have a look, don't want to mix these up. They're the H&N, they're the 217s and the 22 slug. So next up is going to be the 218s. I'll take the camera off while I do a bit of a zero on the left hand side of the target just to make sure everything's okay on the test target. So here we go, H&N 218s, 21 grain, 40 yards. So 6 shots, got 2 in the mag. There we go. The bottom right side. I will aim for the middle of the green target again. A little bit high at 1 o'clock. Forgot to read out your meters per second. 156.5 for that one. We've lost it, there we go. 155.4. 153.9. Last 2 shots. $155.9. $152.5. That dropped a bit. Anyway, that's the 6 shots. Let's bring the card back. So a bit of a different pattern with them. So I'm going to bring the target back. I'll turn off the little camera. I'll take the camera off the tripod. Let's see how we go. Take the zoom off. Quite a long way, isn't it? 40 yards for a slug. That's sub 12. So while we're waiting for it to come back, so that's what we've just shot. Bottom left of the H&N 21 grain 217s, and the bottom right is the H&N 21 grain 218s. I've got my 5p's at the ready. Let's put my camera down. sure if the camera's picking that up as it's coming in. Right. Final results, 5 pence is at the ready. Just outside the 5 pence are the 217s and one at the bottom. 218s are a couple of wild ones there. There's 3. One there. I think that's 2 at the top. So the 218s are a bit wild, 217s are a bit better. But 25 yards, I suppose if you're doing rat and close up, either of them slugs will do. That's not bad. 40 yards, no good. Would you shoot slugs through your PCP that does not have a slug liner? To be fair with you, close range, even bad pellets sometimes will go pretty good under 30 yards anyway. So say 25 yards, not bad. Me personally, I wouldn't shoot slugs through it. I don't know what damage they're doing to the barrel. I think you need a slug liner. Different twist rates is the twist at the end. Smooth twist, you get all kinds off FX. Me personally, even though we've touched lucky with the H&Ns, I wouldn't shoot slugs unless there's a slug liner or something in the rifle. And funny enough, I've got some 177 samples also off iHunter. So I'll do the 177s. Hope it's not too boring for you. Final result for me, no. Please don't try and shoot slugs through your gun. Unless you can find a better result than that. They're a waste of money really. They're not cheap. And thanks for watching. Hope I'm not too boring. Up next is going to be the 177 slugs, and I hope that's not boring. So thanks for watching again. Thank you Atherton Indoor Range for letting me shoot the video, and we catch you later.